Hi, Roger at Wuthering Heights. The VELCO weather hazards alert is going to go into effect at noon today on this Wednesday. This will last into 7 a.m. tomorrow, Thursday morning, Thanksgiving Day. And what we're looking at is a pretty significant snowfall across much of the region here. The snow rain line is roughly in kind of a mix, starting to work into parts of southern New England. And the stations showing the little snow job here, well, that's the reporting stations right now showing where the snow has finally reached, and this is just now getting into around the Bennington area, just a little bit south of Bennington across North Adams. But this is going to be taking a track. The storm system down here is the area of low pressure, and taking a track somewhere just a little east of Cape Cod, a little bit inside the 40 north, 70 west benchmark. And this is good for a zone of snow across the entire area. Champlain Valley areas may not see a whole lot of snow out of this. Probably not. Maybe as little as an inch or two up in the Champlain Islands as it looks right now. But the track is pretty closely consolidated and has been for several days. It had been a little bit further inland, and that kind of a track pushed some of our wet snow loading issues a little higher. It still remains just outside, and I'm anticipating, despite the fact that we have relatively warm temperatures right now, those temperatures to make a gradual fall. And you can see here 35 in Bennington, 36, 37 in White River Junction, West Lebanon, 32 up in Barre Montpelier area, and so forth. And I'm expecting these temperatures to make a bit of a fall. But this is an important storm, and we are on the edge for wet snow loading. And the thinking is that this would be especially Windsor, Windham counties, probably Bennington County, include these three counties, and then secondarily probably parts of Rutland County back in Orange County. The if you want to give it a third dimension, there could be some minor wet snow loading and some issues in the Champlain Valley based on temperature profiles, but I think things will be cooling off, and as the storm progresses, the temperatures aloft and at the surface will start to make a pretty significant fall. Let's take a look at the HRRR model here, and this shows that the snow is progressing now into parts of southern Vermont by 11 o'clock. I don't think there's any wet snow loading issues for a while to come, however. This will be more situated late this afternoon and really into the evening hours, but the damage could be done at that point. Now, this snowfall progresses so that by about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, it's in the Barre Montpelier area, shooting into parts of Caledonia County, the Northeast Kingdom, and then it's up near the Canadian border and just about into the Canadian border region. But you can see the trends here, and where the worst conditions will be generally near the mixed line here, where snow changes over to rain and freezing rain, and this area here is probably going to be mostly affected with wet snow loading issues, and it just gets really close to southern Vermont, our southeastern areas, and it does look like as we get into around 3 or 4 o'clock here, it'll be snowing pretty good, and travel conditions will be impacted severely across especially central and southern Vermont, but also working into northern Vermont at that point in time. This is about 6 o'clock or so. You're still seeing temperatures just a little bit above freezing in some parts of the Connecticut River Valley, some parts of the Champlain Valley. Most everybody else will see temperatures below freezing. That's a good sign. We want to see those temperatures make a fall. And this is as far as the models go out at this point in time, but 6 o'clock. But this back edge here, I'm expecting this to move roughly to about maybe 7 o'clock in the morning, just about the vicinity of Canaan, Vermont, and the storm should be over for Thanksgiving morning. And here's a quick look at the general snowfall projection. So you're seeing our worst, heaviest snowfalls generally on a line here, which gives us a pretty healthy shot of snow. This looks to be a little bit overdone. And this snow depth chart here shows roughly at about 7 o'clock Thanksgiving morning, and you can see a pretty solid 6 to 10, 6 to 9 inches, a little bit exceeding that. But this is about what we think it will fall. And again, of sort of medium wet consistency, more medium on the back end of the storm, a little wet on the front end. And so conditions are still susceptible for a little wet snow loading, especially in the counties of Windsor, maybe a little bit in Rutland, but more like Windham and parts of Bennington. And those areas, especially down here, where there'll be a lot of mixing and the snow will be very, very wet, probably less than 10 to 1 ratios. Right now, we're running about 10 to 13 to 1 in the vicinity of Vermont, which gives us just conditions that take us just a little bit out of wet snow loading, but it's going to be a very, very close call. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights.